Well, we're going to move from girls indoor track to boys indoor track. And joining me here this evening is Captain Senior Aiden Mulligan, Junior Sullivan King, and Senior Tim Rose. So, Tim, welcome to the other side of the camera. I know this is all brand new for you. Relax, okay? You'll be okay. Listen, gentlemen, thanks for coming in tonight and joining us here. Just want to kind of start real quick. This is our first full year in the Tri-Valley League. So you're now facing new towns and different types of locations or whatnot. What's the season been like thus far, especially for you guys who've done both leagues?
I'd say we've definitely been improving. Like the points between the teams that we're facing, it's definitely been closer. Like our first meet was very close, and we've also just been there's been a lot of improvement from our all of our runners, and we have a lot more younger runners that have a lot of promise. So that's really good. That's
excellent. Sullivan, to you, I know that you guys had a big win this past Friday against Ashland. Take us through a little bit of that. You're talking about improving. What do you see like personally improving in terms of the team? To go from the beginning of the season to where you guys are now, just really taking it to Ashland recently.
Well, I think individually we're pretty strong, but I think we need to work on coming more together as a team. Because I feel like scoring points individually, that's easy, but working as a team, especially relays, that's the hard part.
Right. Is for those of you guys that have done Bay State and now Tri-Valley, is if you had to choose, I know it's still kind of early, Tim, to you as a senior, if you had to choose between the two leagues, do you like the Tri-Valley and the change that's been made?
Yeah, I'd definitely say Tri-Valley is an improvement on Bay State, because Bay State, what the major struggle was that a lot of the schools were way bigger than ours.
Yeah.
So they'd have three good players for every one strong runner that we had. And so basically the Tri-Valley, the schools are a little bit more on the lower side in terms of how many students go there. So we're definitely, it's a lot more competitive at the meets, and that's what makes it more fun. So I think definitely Tri-Valley is an improvement over Bay State for that reason.
Yeah, and I've kind of heard that same thing, not only for track, but I think for kind of across the board for our sports, is that to any one of you guys, is that as you start to get these closer meets, if you lose by a couple to Holliston, for example, to start the season, it can kind of build confidence as the season goes along. And have you guys found that to be happening with the team as the season went along?
Yeah, there's definitely been an increase of confidence and thinking that we can, we definitely have a chance against a lot of these teams and some of the other runners that are kind of more evenly matched with us. Also, it's just kind of boosted our morale, I guess. You always see people cheering on their friends, and also just kids that they're not necessarily friends with, but they're teammates, and they want to see them get better and
that kind of stuff's important, especially as a captain. To kind of foster that type of environment. Sullivan, you had mentioned trying to work on improving as a team. What if for next year and going forward? Because you're the junior year, so you'll be the senior next year. What kind of things do you think that the team as a whole needs to work on to take it to that next level next year?
Well, I'd definitely say showing up. We definitely have a problem with people not showing up to practice. It's definitely
that would
problem.
That's we won't blame the captain for that, right?
Yeah.
So get more folks to practice and to work on it. And I suspect as the team continues to find success, you might find people that are willing to come more practice and put more time in. Tim, I'll throw this one to you in terms of this team's strength, the boys' team's strength. What do you see as kind of the real good positive thing, the strength of this team that will carry forward into next year and into Sullivan's senior year, for example?
I think one of the things that I've been seeing, like Solomon mentioned, practice is not the best, but definitely learning from what we did in the meet, learning from our mistakes, and then improving on that in the week's practice, and then at the next meet, making sure that we're putting all our effort into fixing those mistakes and really trying to, conquer those and win the meet based off of fixing the mistakes that we made at the last meet. So I think that's really cool to see how everyone's basically at the end of the meet, we go through a rundown of everything that happened. So we get to learn what we can improve on and what we can do better. And I think that really motivates kids during the week's practice to really what they can really improve on and try to do better for next meet.
Right. And that makes sense. You can analyze and you can take a look at it and like you said, work on that to work for not only the rest of this year, but then going forward for you know for the rest of the kids. So, you know, I know that track is a team sport, but within it is kind of individualized because we have single runners. I know there are relays and whatnot, but I'm going to kind of just go down the line. Tim, why don't you tell us, you know, kind of your specialty that you bring to what do you do, I guess, as it were, on the track team?
Okay. So basically, I run the 300-meter dash. That's most meets. I run that, and then the last two I run the 4x400 relay, which not very great at, but I'm getting better. I think.
But there you go. It's
putting
like
in
one
the
of those,
effort, you know, learning and getting better.
There you go. Excellent. Sullivan, what is your specialty?
Well, I run hurdles most of the time, and then I also high jump. And on occasion, I am running the 4x4 if the high jump doesn't take too long.
Okay. And for someone who, you know, hard to imagine, I never ran track. How do you determine when you are going to be on the 4x? I mean, is it a last minute thing, or do you know going in, oh, I'm going to be part of this particular track?
Well, Kern usually has like a group of people that he has like ready or like on standby for it, but sometimes we'll just like call you randomly. You just gotta get in there and run.
So you got to be ready then.
You gotta be
at all
ready,
times. Yeah. Excellent. And then Sullivan, to you, I'm sorry, Aiden, to you, your specialty, and what do you do?
I usually run the 55 meters and the 300 meters. I haven't done a relay yet. At the beginning of the season, I actually pulled my hamstring, so it's most of my
wasn't in shape,
part of the
right?
most of the my part of the team for the majority of the beginning of the season has mostly just been trying to, you know, support everybody and have everybody else improve rather than myself.
Well, that's one of the roles of being a captain, right?
Yeah.
There you go. What do you have left this season? What do we got left?
On this Sunday, we have a relay meet, which is basically just all relay events like 4x2, 4x4, sprint medley relay, which is like, I don't even know how many, like, what events are in it, but it's basically like different distances for each person, distance medley relay and shuttle hurdles and shuttle 55. So, yeah, that's basically what it is. There's other like jumping events and that like have weird relay rules, which I don't even understand. You'll probably end up doing it.
Yeah, just be prepared. You never know, right? And does that wrap up the season, or is there some sort of culmination of a Tri-Valley championship, or how does that work?
There's actually another dual meet.
Okay.
Our fifth and final meet is the Sunday after, and then after that we move on to more post-season stuff and stuff that people have to qualify for. And there's also another meet just in case like you haven't qualified for something and you still want to get that chance to qualify and move on to, you know, states and all states and stuff like that.
So you boys still have some practice to do then. In other
Yeah.
words, we're not done yet, right? Okay. Listen, I was talking to the two seniors, you know, beforehand. So you're kind of wrapping up track careers. Yeah, you know, Aiden, I'll start with you. You were telling us about potential plans for next year, about where you might want to go. What are you thinking about running again, obviously, in college?
Yeah, I plan on running next year in college. I haven't picked a college yet. A couple of D1, D2 schools have showed their interest in me, so I'm just trying to feel them out and see what I think is a better fit. So.
Good for you. Tim, you going to be taking these track powers on to the next level, or are you going to be
my running
broadcasting?
days are over. Nope, my running days are over.
That's right.
It's been fun though. I've enjoyed my 4 years on the track team. It's been a lot of fun. I've bonded with a lot of people, and but yeah, in college, I think maybe just running, jogging to stay in shape. But I'm not going to be like Aiden, who's running for competitive reasons.
You can run to class, right?
Yeah, I'll run to class.
Just in case you get up late.
Wake
you
up
can
a
run
little too late. Yeah.
There you go. Well, listen, to the two seniors, congratulations on years here at the high school, and best of luck as you wrap up the season. To Sullivan, good luck again, you know, for the rest of your season. And you can come back next year and you can kind of tell us more hurdle stuff and all that you do. All right?
Thanks.
Does that sound good? Again, congratulations, and thanks to the three of you guys for coming in tonight. Really appreciate it.